Well, good morning, travelers. You have come to Traveling with the Graham Cracker. This is 2025, January. It is the first Sunday of the month. And normally I put a video out on Sunday morning early. As you can see, I'm filming this on a Sunday. So that means the video's late, per usual, per my normal self the last few months. Like I said, it's 2025. It's a brand new year, brand new start, brand new things. However, we don't get rid of some of the old things. They kind of go with us and they end up traveling along as well. Some are good, some are not so good. The not so good, we'll start there first, is my van is still in, my trooper is still in the shop and has not been, to my knowledge, looked at yet. It's been there since November 4th. Don't get mad at the mechanic. He's a good guy. He's a good mechanic. He had a stroke a couple years back and he's working by himself, so he's swamped because he's the only good mechanic in Quartzsite. And no, I'm not going to tell you where he's at, because I need him to hurry up and get my car done. So if I tell you where he's at, y'all will be down there wanting him to work on your vehicles because he is good. The other folks that are mechanics out here, I know nothing about. This guy, I've been taking my van to him for quite a while, and I know he probably cringes in his boots when he sees it coming because it doesn't fit in his barn to work on. And he has to work on it outside in the weather. Thankfully, it's winter time and it's not 120 degrees. But anyway, Trooper's still in the shop. As far as my knowledge goes, it has not been looked at. I will contact him Monday to see if there's any update at all. I hope there is an update. This would be really great to get my car done. I do not want to spend my life in Quartzsite. I want to get out of here before it gets too hot, and I'd really like to go travel and do some things. And until that car gets finished, I believe I'm basically in limbo here. Monday, I've got to go to Phoenix. That's my annual checkup. I really hate going into Phoenix. It's such a busy city. There's no place for this big old van to park, so I have to go overnight. Find a place to park overnight and then drive in and hopefully get a parking spot really early and then wait for my appointment around noon. So hopefully things work out. They have in the last few years. I used to camp overnight at the doctor's office, but it's a what do you call that? A car parking garage. We don't fit in it, but there's a lot of homeless people that spend the night there, and it started getting kind of uncomfortable. Plus security came out and said you can't park here overnight, and said that the cops would come. They never came. But I didn't want to push my luck, so I go up into northern Phoenix and find either some state trust land, or I find a business that I can park at, or along the street or something, to where I can park and not be bothered. I also have no lights on the van, no headlights, no blinkers on the rear. I've got one. I've got brake lights on the rear. I've got no running lights. I don't know what's wrong with it. I would have to tear into the dash to take a look at it, and I don't want to do that until I got another vehicle, because once I tear into it, the car's not drivable until the dash is put back together, and I don't want to put it back together till I find out what's wrong with it and buy all the parts. So I need the second vehicle so I can get in and out of places. So I'm grounded to driving in daylight hours only. Turning the corners are not very fun. It's a good thing I don't have a trailer on right now. I do have a blinker on the passenger side. I have blinkers on the front, but nothing in the back on the driver's side. So it makes it sketchy to drive, and I don't really like doing that. I'm parked mostly right now anyway. I'd really like to get all that work done too. If anybody knows anything about electrical on vehicles, I'm in Quartzsite right now, and I would relish the help, let me tell you. I can buy the parts. That's not the issue. The issue is doing the job and figuring out what's wrong with it. I think I know. I think there's maybe some loose wires or some corroded wires, because my van leaks in the rain and it gets the dash all wet. The fuses are all functioning properly. The switch may be bad because I also lost the inside light, the light up top. I lost that one too. So all the lights that come off of that switch are not working, and I think that could be the first place I'd go, is the switch. The brakes work differently. They work off the brake pedal, so that's why I think they're working. Everything else though works off the switch. When you pull that switch, everything's supposed to turn on. Nothing turns on, inside or out. So I'm thinking the switch is bad, and I don't know quite how to get to the switch. It might be one as simple as pulling it out of the dash or undoing something in the dash to get it out, and I just don't want to tear into it until I have a second vehicle so I can get around. Otherwise I'm stuck until it's totally fixed, and that puts you in a bad spot because you can't go to the parts store to get what you need to get, or to the mailbox to get the mail that you have ordered. So until I get a second vehicle, this one's kind of sitting. And if I can't figure it all out, then what I will do is replace lights and rewire with a new toggle switch and just start over. That's it, because everything else works in here. Nothing not working. A few of the dash light bulbs are out, but that's okay. And yes, I've checked every fuse, I've checked the relays, I've checked all the light bulbs. They're all functioning. It's not that. It's probably that switch. Somebody said a grounding issue. I have no idea where the grounds are for the lights, because this van is kind of unique that the whole wall between the engine and the van has a literal steel wall. There's not much on the other side of it to where you can reach it and get to it, so it'd probably be under the dash. I can't crawl around down in there. That's another thing I can't do, is crawl around underneath the dash. And there's hand controls in the way, and they can be removed, but they'd have to be put back in. And to put them back in and make them safe, they have to go in with a certified mechanic that is certified to do those hand controls. So I'm kind of in a pickle with the lights. Oh well, we drive during the day right now if we have to go anywhere. Quartzsite works out. So next thing, what else came over with 2024? Lots of new things in the van. I showed you the last video of the new things. This is season 10, by the way. Welcome to season 10. 10 years this year on the road. This is my 10th year. And maybe we'll have a celebration at the end of the year. Depends on how I feel, and if I can get my friend to do music, I'll ask her. And we have a good party back in December of 2025. Depends on what happens in the world between now and then too, I guess we have to go there. But I'm thinking really strongly of having some sort of celebration for 10 years on the road. I'm definitely going to do sometime in this season, when I get finished with the inside of the van, which I got a few more things to do an entire van build video on everything that's in here, and kind of how I put it in from start to finish, what it looked like the day I bought it and what it looks like now. It's dirty now because it's been on the road so long. And I don't mean messy. It's not messy. It's dirty. It's got sand and dirt everywhere. Drive on the dirt roads, you can't help it. You have to close every window, seal every crack, put towels with soaked in water at the door in here to keep the dust out. Otherwise it comes in. And yeah, and my road, you know, you drive the road once or twice a week. You got to take care of all that dust every time you go in and out. And we're in Quartzsite, and the same thing. In and out, dirt. Dirt, dirt, dirt. Everything's dirt. For those of you that live east of the Mississippi River, I envy you and your greenery. Oh, do I envy you. Minnesota was absolutely stunning with all the greenery and the lakes and all of the trees and all the grass. It was just beautiful. I gotta say, Arkansas was beautiful when I lived down there too, but I learned real fast you don't touch anything in Arkansas. It's kind of like the desert. The desert, everything is out here to poke you and stab you, and in Arkansas, everything out there is to bite you and tear you up. I mean, we're talking ticks, chiggers, snakes, spiders, you name it, it's out there. So you can look at it. Very beautiful place to look at, just don't touch it. And Minnesota's pretty. Not a lot of bugs. We do have ticks up there, but it's green and it's gorgeous. And even in the winter when it's snow, it's beautiful up there. Minnesota, I gotta say, you got a beautiful state. You got idiots running it, but you got a beautiful state. Something's flying in here. There's like a big old fly in here, or possibly a bee, but it's something good size because I can hear it buzzing around in here. I just can't see it. Today is about 60 some degrees. It's a nice day. It's not too cold. It's not too warm. We're going to do laundry today. So I'm getting ready to pull out, getting my shoes on. I'm getting ready to drive out. Oh, it is a bee. It's a bee. We got to get it out of here. I knew it was big. Quark, go. Oh, God, I got to get him out. Time out video. Got to get that bee out of here. Where'd he go? He hit the ground. No, you're not going to eat him. No. 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 Quark thinks he's supposed to eat anything that flies and anything that moves. He's supposed to eat it. And I try to get the bees out before he gets too happy about grabbing them. Because I don't want any issues. Well, let's see where he went. Hopefully he went out the door. So I whacked him with my boot. Hopefully he went out the door and took off. I didn't whack him like squish him. I whacked him to get out. You know, like, shoot, get out of here. I don't hear him, so he must have got out. And I don't see him on the floor flitting around trying to escape. Because I didn't kill him. I just whacked him out the door. Quark, leave things alone. Anyway, I just wanted to start the year out with a quick video. And number one, welcome you to 2025. We'll be in season 10. The playlist is season 10. I have put in the playlist per season from 1 all the way up to current, which is now season 10. I really need to remember how I made an intro video for this channel, because it really needs to be changed. It's so outdated, it's not even funny. But it needs to be changed. I want to welcome everybody that's here, that's new, and everybody that's come back from last year and year before and all the way down. And those of you that have been here since the beginning, thank you, thank you, thank you, because you're the only reason this channel's still running. You and anybody that comments and just visits with me. You guys are the reason this channel's coming. Not because I have great content or a lot of stuff to say, but I really like interacting with my commenters, my people that watch. I don't get a lot of rude ones, and those that I do, they get deleted quickly. I don't allow garbage on here, not with you and not with me. They get deleted and blocked. If I have any crappy comments. And there's not that many. I think I've only had to delete like maybe 4 people over the last 10 years, which is not bad. I noticed there's a lot more bots coming out. And I get an occasional bot, but mostly they're trollers that have come on that just got to have their say. And if I have trollers on here, before you have your say, go make your own channel and see how things go, okay? And see what you think. But I don't usually have those either. So, anyway, for the most part, I would say 99.9% of you all are very decent and very kind folks and very, very cool in your comments. And I try to answer what I can. I answer every one. I read every single comment on here. My channel's not that big, so it doesn't take that long to read them all. And even when I was at the heyday of the channel, when it was at its biggest, several thousand of you at a time, that wasn't too bad either. It was a lot of fun, actually. But things changed back in 2019. Lots of things changed that changed this channel. And a lot of the things were I changed recording devices. I went from an Apple device to a Samsung, and then all my music became copyright all of a sudden. So I had to remove music from my older videos, and I had to remove music from here going out because I don't have the funds to go buy a monthly music subscription, and the YouTube music it's just more of a learning curve than I want to do at the moment. So so no music. Also, after 2019 and I bought the property that I've got, I basically sit. There's nowhere I go because I ran out of emergency money, and as y'all know, I don't travel unless I've got some backup. Tried that when I went to Idaho and Fargo, 2 years ago, and ended up buying the most expensive radiator hose I've ever seen in my life. It was over $800. And some of you go back and watch that video. It's crazy what people want to do and are out for, their greed stuff. And I only picture that getting a little worse. So traveling without an emergency fund is stupid. And I am not going to be one of those that go out there and do that. I'd rather sit and save money and buy what I can buy and do what I can do with what I can do. I'm on Social Security. And up until, when I was 66, I'm 68 now. So when I was 66 in 4 months, I couldn't earn very much because they would take it dollar for dollar. So, and you got to be careful how many hours you work and if you can work. And my condition is better than it's been since I hit the road at 2015. I'm no longer in a wheelchair. I was in a wheelchair back then, for those that you do not know. But I'm no longer in one. I do still have some massive issues with my right leg, and it causes me problems all the time. It has since I was 10 years old. I banged up my knee and just totally screwed up that leg. And when I go off carnivore and eat stupidly and eat cookies like I did this fall and like I did a couple years ago, then I get inflammation in my system, and that doesn't help either. This year I got something brand new, and that's inflammation in the optic nerve, this eye right here. And I now have floaters, and I have bright lights that shoot across my eye like the shooting stars of the night. And that's because of inflammation on the optic nerve. Now it could be because of higher blood pressure, which that I have a little bit of, or it also could be because of a tear starting in the retina. Now, according to what I've read about this stuff, the time to go to the doctor is if it progresses. If it doesn't progress, just quit eating the stuff that makes you inflamed and keep the blood pressure down if you can. So that's my goal at this point. I don't want to lose my sight. My daughter lost her sight. I don't want to lose mine. I still want to be able to drive. Hey, you, what you doing down here? What? You want to come up and say hi? You always want to come up and say hi. He's a film hound. For those of you also who have not been here or have been here, This is Quark. Say hi, everybody. Say hi. No, say hi. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Here. Look at here. Look at here. 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 Look there. Up. Come on. Say hi. Where is it? Say hi, Quark. Hi, Quark. Can you say hi? Can you talk? Can you talk? Quark. You're going to talk? Quark. Are you going to talk? Arr, arr, arr. That's not talking. What is that? Arr. Can you talk? You want to go visit Kellogg today? Hey, you. Quark, do you want to go visit Kellogg? Say, no, I got mad at him the other day. He was taking this new girlfriend I found, and I got mad at Kellogg, so I don't want to see him today. No. But you want to go back and see Winter, don't you? Our friends came in from Tennessee, Jason and Jennifer, and they brought their pup, and she's a female Kalikai, I think they're called. Very rare breed. They're being invented, basically. Kind of like Boston Terriers were invented to become a breed. So it's a lot of work to invent a dog breed. Insane amount of work and years and years. And this particular breed is being invented. And what it basically is a very shrunk down husky. It's a real thin looking dog. It really looks like a coyote puppy. That's exactly what it looks like. It's not much bigger than Quark. I think she probably weighs about 15 pounds, if that. But she's about 3 or 4 inches taller than Quark and quite a bit longer. Real long legs. Beautiful dog. Blue eyes. Just gorgeous. Really expensive. Because when they're getting the breed going, you only have limited breeders, period, and they have to monitor and watch the breed totally. And they don't give them away. They want to make sure that you will, if you're in a breeding program, that you will have a dog that's breedability, and you have to kind of link with the breeder. If you're not in a breeding program, then they want to make sure you have a pet quality dog, which they will neuter or spay the dog, or in their case, they're doing a, what do you call it, a hysterectomy on the dogs, and they'll do vasectomies on the males. They don't go the spay and neuter route. They leave the hormones in, so these dogs are basically act like and operate like intact dogs without the semen and ovaries. So they are, or not ovaries, but without the way to make babies. They can't make babies, but they still have all the hormones that a dog fully intact would have, which I think is a better way, because the dogs are going to live longer. They're not going to have the cancers that they get now, and they're not going to have the disabilities later on in life. Anyway, whole different subject. I just looked at the time clock on this video, and it's getting about 20 plus minutes, and when I edit it, it may or may not be this long. So I just bumped in here today to wish you all a very Merry New Year. I hope your year, and I pray your year goes well. I pray that the things that you are believing for and hoping for happen for you. I pray that you're blessed, and that I'd appreciate it if you keep watching and come back and see us, and give us a comment. Ow, I'm trying to put on a sock and I just crunched my little toe. You know how when you get your toes stuck in a stinking sock? Hurts like crazy. I don't like that. I don't feel my feet until they get hurt. Then I feel them bad. So anyway, keep coming back. I hope you all have a great year, and I hope we have a great year. Hopefully we just enjoy ourselves this year, and hopefully I can get out and travel and give you all something to see other than me sitting in front of the camera chit-chatting. So anyway, I'm going to leave you here. I got to get going to go get that laundry done, and got people to see and places to go. So follow your heart, embrace your dreams, and cherish your life. and get out there and do something you enjoy today. Live a little bit, and we'll see you on the next video. All right? All right. Bye-bye.